Hello and welcome to the Sunday night primetime edition of Evan Silva's matchup column. And now for week 1's Sunday night primetime game, we have the Steelers at the Patriots. The team totals are Patriots 27.5, Steelers 22.5. Ben Roethlisberger looks like a potentially underrated fantasy play in Week 1's fourth highest totaled game after throwing for 300 plus yards and or multiple touchdowns in 8 straight meetings with New England. No 2018 team played more man defense than Bill Belichick's Patriots, and Sports Info Solutions has credited Ben with a dominant 35-10 touchdown to interception ratio versus man coverage compared to 13-15 against zone over the past 2 seasons. Roethlisberger has negative career road splits, but they haven't translated to post 1 p.m. Eastern Time games. Separating early, afternoon, and late night starts, Roethlisberger's passer rating, 97.6, and yards per attempt, 7.94, are easily the highest in prime time. All preseason indications pointed to James Conner keeping bell cow duties behind a Steelers line returning all 5 starters after Conner was last year's fantasy RB3 in weeks 1 through 10 before myriad injuries set in. Conner's growth potential can't be dismissed. This is his 4th football season removed from beating cancer, and I've never seen Conner look as explosive and powerful as he did this August. As most signs point to Jalen Samuels settling in as a handcuff rather than running back by committee partner, Conner should be approached as a confident running back 1 play at Foxborough. Newly the Pats defensive coordinator following Brian Flores' departure to Miami, Belichick's matchup-driven strategies suggest we'll see 2018 league-best corner Stephon Gilmore chase Juju Smith-Schuster around the field after New England held Juju to 40 scoreless yards on 10 targets last week 15. Target volume correlates far better with fantasy production than cornerback matchups, but there's little doubt Juju's week 1 draw is tough. Gilmore yielded below 1 yard per coverage snap both on the boundary and inside last year, and he is among the NFL's few number 1 corners who will chase top wideouts into the slot. Donte Moncrief cleanly beat out James Washington for Pittsburgh's number 2 wideout role, but won't be taken lightly by Belichick, who assigned top cornerback Darrelle Revis to shadow Moncrief in past meetings with the Colts while dedicating double teams to T.Y. Hilton. Nevertheless, this game's high-scoring projection and Moncrief's secure role keep him playable on one-game DFS slates and as a wide receiver 4 or flex. Preseason usage indicated Washington will open the year as Pittsburgh's number 4 receiver, with Big Ben favorite Ryan Switzer and perhaps rookie Deontay Johnson mixing into the role for number 3. Switzer will be a better straight-up fantasy play than Washington until there is a changing of the guard. Washington effectively ran as Juju's direct backup in August. With Jesse James gone to Detroit, Vance McDonald projects as a true every-down player and potential beneficiary of Pittsburgh's difficult wide receiver matchups in Foxborough. I'm anticipating McDonald's snaps will spike into the 80% range after he finished 3rd among tight ends in yards after the catch, 392, despite ranking 20th at the position in snaps. Although Tom Brady has been a Steelers killer for most of his career, Pittsburgh's defense checked him for yardage to touchdown to interception lines of 279, 1, and 1, and 298, 1, and 1 in their last 2 meetings by increasing their man coverage rates and applying pressure. Last year's Steelers tied for the NFL lead in sacks, 52, and ranked 2nd in quarterback hits, 117, and they pressured Brady on 11 of 37 dropbacks last week 15. Per Next Gen Stats, Pittsburgh was the only NFL team to finish top 5 in blitz rate, pressure rate, and sack rate, while New England suddenly has major offensive line questions after losing left tackle Trent Brown to the Raiders and center David Andrews, who was on the IR with blood clots. Brady should have gone as a clear-cut quarterback 2 in season-long drafts and warrants being treated accordingly here. I'll be interested to see if the Patriots keep 5 running backs on their active 46. Sony Michel, James White, Damian Harris, Rex Burkhead, and Brandon Bolden. But my instinct tells me Harris might not dress. In that case, I would have increased confidence in Michel's floor as New England's virtually uncontested early down and goal line runner and as a quality running back 2 play with multi-score upside favored at home. White's outlook is more that of a PPR-specific flex option after White averaged just 8.6 touches over last year's final 7 regular season games with Michel and Burkhead healthy. Pittsburgh's running back coverage should improve considerably with the addition of top 10 pick inside linebacker Devin Bush, a 97th percentile Spark athlete with a ubiquitous playing style. Julian Edelman appeared to aggravate his pre-camp thumb injury in the Pats' preseason finale, but isn't even listed on this week's injury report. He's the most confident pass catcher play on New England's side based on his unbending rapport with Brady and Pittsburgh's perennial insistence on covering slot receivers with linebackers. Edelman has capitalized for stat lines of 7 for 90 and 0, 8 for 118 and 1, 9 for 60 and 0, 11 for 97 and 0, in these teams' last 4 meetings. The defending Super Bowl MVP is a rock-solid wide receiver 2 play with wide receiver 1 upside in PPR. Josh Gordon is a Week 1 wildcard with some questions surrounding his playing time after Gordon practiced for just 2 weeks following his surprise early reinstatement. Gordon was largely a non-factor against Pittsburgh last Week 15, managing 19 yards on 2 targets. I still think Gordon will end up playing most of Sunday night's game. The Patriots need him to, based on their poor wideout depth. And I am considering Gordon a high-ceiling wide receiver 3 start in this potential shootout. At 6'3", 225, Gordon has a massive size advantage on Steelers cornerbacks Joe Hayden, who stands at 5'11 and weighs 193 pounds, Steven Nelson, 5'10 and 197 pounds, and Mike Hilton, 5'9, 178 pounds. With first-round pick N'Keal Harry on the IR with an ankle injury, the Patriots' top 3rd receiver candidates are Philip Dorsett, Demaryius Thomas, and Jacoby Myers. Dorsett looks like the best one-game DFS slate dart throw of the group. Thomas is nursing a hamstring injury after tearing his Achilles last December, and undrafted free agent rookie Myers returned to earth following a white-hot start to camp. Matt Lacoste, who has an ankle injury, and block-first sophomore Ryan Izzo are New England's top options at tight end. Score prediction, Steelers 24, Patriots 23. Thank you for listening to the Sunday night primetime edition of Evan Silva's Matchup Column. Be sure to check out his breakdown for the Monday night doubleheader primetime slate right here on EstablishTheRun.com. Thank you, and good luck.